What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of CryptoZombie. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having an excellent day today. Bitcoin continuing to consolidate sideways. In the meantime, we have altcoins over the past 7 days, some of them up over 100%, even top coins like Cardano, 40%. We have Solana, 75%. So it's definitely interesting right now for Bitcoin. We do have some people looking at the chart saying, well, it's still just a lower high, and this is just a giant bull trap, and we're still going to go down to the $10,000 level, etc. However, there is one thing right now that if we do analyze on the indicators could be pointing to the fact that Bitcoin's rally is actually just getting started, and we could realistically see that super cycle that we've all been talking about. Now, I do want to get to that a little bit more later in this video. We also have some massive news for Ethereum. I'm sure you've noticed that the price of Ethereum has been actually quite outpacing Bitcoin recently. I do want to discuss what is happening there, also what I'm doing right now, how I would be looking to trade this, how I am trading this, and also something to keep your eyes on moving forward. So if all that sounds good to you, if you are not subscribed, definitely consider it. And without further ado, let's hop directly into the charts. Now, we don't have too much to go over today. We have some good news, that being the fact that Bitcoin is above the 200 daily moving average. You can see right here, we are sitting almost right on it, though. If I do get an exact reading, the 200 over on Bitfinex is actually sitting at 45,526. We're only about $300 above it. However, it has been providing support. The other thing you may notice down here is we are looking to put in a potential golden cross on the moving averages. We do have the 50 moving above the 100. Having a look right here, we have not gotten out of our blue zone, our blue box territory. The reason that this is so important right here is because you can see that we did have some very nice support right here. And once Bitcoin did lose that support, well, we had that insane crash all the way down to 30,000, right? So this is a very critical support, which has now been flipped resistance. So we do want to get above that level, which is sitting right around almost $49,000 even. But on the bright side, we have broken well above this downwards sloping resistance that had been holding us down. So that is good in the short term. However, if you do have a look at what we are forming right now, it does appear that we are forming a bit of a rising wedge. Now, rising wedge patterns, just for your information, do have a higher probability of breaking to the downside. We have tested this support multiple times. This could indicate that Bitcoin might be finally looking for a bit of that cool-off period. We've had a $17,000 plus move from the bottom to where we are right now, so it is possible that we could have that break to the downside, with that critical level being around 41,500. You really don't want us to go back below that, because that wouldn't really be great for the price short term. However, do keep in mind that off of these massive moves, we often do still have the percentage to break to the upside, right? 70% chance we break down, 30% we break up. So if we have a look right here, if you're looking to trade this, you can try to actually long the bottom if you want to take that risk with a tight stop loss. However, I have seen those wicks come down and just, you'll get stopped out of your position. So what you'd be looking to do essentially, is if we do have this breakdown, we do get confirmation of the retest, and I would be looking for a short right there. And if we do have a breakout, at the top, then I would be looking for a long. If you are looking to play breakouts, if you just are completely bullish and you think that we're just going to go up, then yeah, you could definitely just put in a low leverage long right here. Not financial advice, guys, but if you are interested, definitely make sure you check out Femex. Femex is actually becoming one of my favorite exchanges. They actually have amazing liquidity. It's very, very fast, and they do have a lot of different, literally like tons of altcoins, and they do $10 a month spot trading unlimited. So yeah, it's kind of hard to beat, guys, when they have that going on right now. But That being said, it is not all sunshine and rainbows. For example, Trader Jay says that, Bitcoin is probably going to end up having a huge crash. Now, he actually compares this to this chart, which is the redistribution chart, which is the phase in a range that comes from a bearish trend and is followed by another bearish trend. And you can actually see, according to this, you do have that fake out. You do have the hopium. We never put in a new higher high, and we just continue downward. So is that kind of what Bitcoin is doing right now? Well, we have broken out of some key resistances, but as I've been saying for over a month now, cautiously optimistic, right? That's the way that I'm looking at these right now. But as I said, guys, if we actually have a look right here, this indicator in particular, which actually, if we talk about it, it is the address activity indicator, and this is brought to us by Santiment, right? So essentially, this is just activity happening on the Bitcoin blockchain. Well, it says that users are starting to get extremely active. Now, according to the indicator, long-term address activity is bouncing back to mid-April levels. Now, keep in mind that this indicator topped in January and May when Bitcoin was rapidly moving up with 124 and 113% price increase respectively, right? So this is definitely something to keep our eyes on. These inflows to exchanges, though, however, have dropped by 2 billion since the beginning of the month. Now, you can look at this with two different lenses. On one hand, you could say, well, this is good that we're seeing the increase, right? 500 million up in just the past few days, but 2 billion down since then. But what is happening right now? Well, as I told you guys, as Bitcoin continues to trade sideways, as it is boring, we do have this boring sideways, kind of chop going on right now. Well, we do see the altcoins taking off. And you could see right here, look at this, guys, Cardano up almost 40%, Binance Coin 20%. And this is in just 1 week. Just 1 week, guys. Where are you going to get 44%, 26%, 24%, 75% returns on, Solana, for example, in just 1 week? Well, that is the altcoins. Terra, 82%. So you can definitely say that we are having a little bit of a mini altcoin rally. And this always happens. It is like, you know it's going to happen. When Bitcoin has that massive rally and then it starts to go sideways, the altcoins always get the next pump, right? And the money does continue to trickle from Bitcoin into the higher cap altcoins, and then it goes into the micro cap altcoins, which I am telling you, I do believe right now that regardless of whether or not Bitcoin has a dump or a pump from these levels, I do believe that we are going to be seeing some major rallies on some of these low cap altcoins, those altcoins that people forgot about, those altcoins that have lost maybe 80%, 90%, something like that. We're going to be seeing those 80, 100%, 5x, 10x rallies on those. And I would be keeping my eyes on altcoins, and I am keeping my eyes on altcoins. And if you guys would like me to do more altcoin content, I know I'm usually a little bit reserved when it comes to altcoins because they're very risky, and I don't want you guys to obviously lose money. We want to make money on this channel, right? But there are some altcoins right now that are definitely looking like they are primed for some massive, massive moves. And if you think these 82%, 75% moves on these top coins are high, if you check out some of the lower altcoins, you're going to be seeing those 5x, 10x, 20x life-changing gains, right? So we are going to be focusing on that. And if you want me to drop some of those, let you guys know, we can do that in some future videos. Today, I just want to go over essentially what's happening in the market. It's been a while since I've made an update. And like I said, guys, I definitely recommend Femex if you are looking to trade altcoins. look at this. Luna right here up just 17%, Sushi 14%. If you were trading this with 5x leverage, you're talking 100% profits, with very little capital really having to be put in to get those gains. So if you guys are interested in learning how to trade on Femex, definitely make sure that before you put any money on the exchange, before you try to figure out and trade, right, make sure you watch my tutorial popping up above. I'll go over everything from beginner to expert so you can learn how to trade profitably and responsibly. And don't forget, I also do have $1,200 extra in bonuses on top of their $2,000 bonus that is available right now. So make sure that you take advantage of that while it is around. Links below in the description. But let's talk about a little, and then today's video might be a little bit longer. My apologies, guys. I obviously haven't been making videos, so I do have a lot to talk about. but discussing, a potential Bitcoin super cycle. So I want to give a shout out to my buddy Lark Davis. You guys know we used to do a lot of interviews back in the day on the channel. I've been on his channel as well. And, he was talking about this Bitcoin super cycle. So they discussed setting the stage for the Bitcoin super cycle. And at this rate, we have to look at what's happening right now, right? We have these macroeconomic factors like inflation absolutely surging. This opens an entry channel for the spotlight to be on more promising stores of value. Now, obviously, gold has been the go-to for 5,000 years, but Bitcoin has definitely stolen a significant amount of that spotlight. Regulation is becoming more flexible as we are witnessing new laws designed to embrace crypto utility. Further down into the funnel is the fiat on-ramp increase. Bitcoin ATM machines are increasing. PayPal is bringing a huge market to the industry. We have NYDIG's partnership with Bitcoin firms. Banks offering cryptocurrency, and this is happening at an exponential rate. The Bitcoin ETF proposals, in fact, there's another one from Galaxy Digital that just happened, and retail traders are giving way for the largest institutions to step in. So according to Lark, he says, we are literally witnessing the birth of a new asset class, which will redefine ownership, finance, identity, communities, markets, real estate, and much more. He says, I know you are probably bullish on crypto, but chances are you are not even close to being bullish enough, right? And some people may have just sort of brushed off the El Salvador news, but guys, how long were we talking about nations putting Bitcoin on their balance sheets? And it's finally happening. It is literally happening right now. And I didn't have an opportunity to make a video 2 days ago, but you may be familiar with the website WTF Happened in 1971. Well, the government held the $35 per ounce price of gold, can you imagine, guys, until August 15th of 1971, when President Richard Nixon announced that the United States would no longer convert dollars to gold at a fixed value, thus completely abandoning the gold standard. And as Mike McClone over at Bloomberg said, digitalization of money and finance is happening rapidly and organically. The dollar is gaining dominance, but Bitcoin is replacing gold, and U.S. regulation is unlikely to disrupt its advance. These are our key takeaways from Bretton Woods, the Realignment Conference, and if you want, you can have a look and go on. But, essentially, guys, it's happening, right? It might seem like an old story at this point, Bitcoin replacing gold, but it is actually happening. And look, you guys know I'm not a Bitcoin maximalist. Granted, yes, I hold majority Bitcoin. Bitcoin is it probably will always be the majority of my portfolio unless another coin, surpasses it. But, one coin that you guys are definitely going to, not financial advice, but might want to be exposed to is certainly Ethereum. I have heard lots of chatter. I don't want to spread any rumors. I don't want to mention any names, but there could be some very, very big players looking into Ethereum very soon. One of them specifically, this just came out, was we have Microsoft looking into developing their anti-piracy measures on Ethereum. Also, they're doing this with research from Alibaba and Carnegie Mellon as well. So partnering with Alibaba and Carnegie Mellon, Microsoft says the new system, which is going to be called Argus, which if you don't know what Argus is, Argus was in Greek mythology a 100-eyed monster or a watchful guardian. So take that as you will. But essentially, this system dubbed Argus will run on a public blockchain while allowing for piracy informers to remain anonymous. So this will strike a balance between privacy and transparency, and they'll be using something referred to as proof of leakage. Interesting. So this is the mechanism, and it will allow pirated content to be traced back to original sources with a watermark algorithm, which means there is no possibility of reporting the same material more than once without actually owning it. Now, this could be huge as well. We've seen NFTs and the way that they have revolutionized the space. Now, personally, if you really want to know, my opinion, maybe you don't care at all, I do think that a little bit of the NFT craze right now is, it's a little bubble-esque, okay? But I don't mean as far as NFTs in general. I think NFTs are brilliant. They're not going to go away. We're definitely going to have NFTs, potentially in the future for land ownership, house deeds, vehicle ownership, proof of title, lien, whatever, things like that, right? And yes, to prove authentication. I do think right now it's a little bit crazy, people paying hundreds of thousands of dollars for, essentially just pixelated cartoon characters, but hey, I don't know, to each his own. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but nevertheless, as I said, keep your eyes on Ethereum, and there are a lot of altcoins right now. Speculation is the main key of it, right? I mean, we're just kind of trading them. Do they really have utility? Possibly, maybe, but I do believe that there will be multiple winners. I don't think it's one coin to rule them all. I do think that Bitcoin will be the ultimate store of value. I do see, as of right now, Ethereum, currently in the lead for smart contract platforms. It does have the most users. It has, the most network going on, the biggest network right now, but we have seen, a lot of other players in the space as well. We've seen Elrond, we've seen Polkadot, we've seen Solana, right, starting to take off recently. So definitely keep your eyes on that. And I just wanted to end on this little bit of news. We do have another filing, apparently, for an ETF. This is from Galaxy Digital. They are trying again. This is not their first time that they've done this. And you can see they just filed for a Bitcoin ETF registered under the 1940 Act, and that will only invest in the futures. So what does this mean? Well, instead of going with the more traditional way of filing with the SEC under the Securities Act of 1933, the company is using a different approach, going under the Securities Act of 1940. Now, the chair of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Gary Gensler, previously hinted that this route could have a higher chance of receiving the green light. This is why Van Eck and other financial giants have tried with the SEC, but are now looking to move to this 1940s Act under the SEC, because, as Gary Gensler said, there is most likely a better chance of approval. And I do think that getting that big ETF would be absolutely massive for Bitcoin. That would be the moment that we've all been waiting for. But essentially, guys, that is really it for me today. Just wanted to let you know what is going on. Having a look at Bitcoin, as I said, guys, going back here, it does appear like we are in a bit of a rising wedge. Rising wedges are technically bearish, but keep in mind it's all a percentage here. We still have a 30% chance of breaking to the upside. I did show you how I would be trading that. If you guys are looking to trade, make sure you head on over to Femex. Like I said, literally, I've been only trading on Femex now. So that's pretty much my only exchange I've been trading on, just because of all these opportunities with all these altcoins that have been performing so well recently, as well as the fact that they do have, if you are doing spot trading, literally $10 a month. You can't beat that. It's certainly a lot better than spending, $30, $50, doing these Ethereum transactions over on Uniswap. But guys, that is it for me. Thank you so much for coming back to the channel. If you guys enjoy this type of content, make sure that you leave a like, drop a comment, join the absolutely free Telegram group, and let me know, would you like me to start talking about more lower cap altcoins that I've been looking at? Like I said, I'm a little bit reserved because they're very risky, and when I have thousands of people watching this channel, that's a lot of people that will get angry if it doesn't play out the way that you think it will. But at the end of the day, guys, I'm just a guy on the internet. I don't know everything. I don't have a crystal ball, but I have had over 5 years experience in cryptocurrencies, and I can definitely tell you that right now we are seeing the exact same trends playing out, right? It's the same thing. It rhymes over and over again. So we saw Bitcoin, we're seeing the higher cap coins, and it's only going to trickle down to the mid and lower cap coins. So you could be seeing some of these $5 million market cap altcoins, $10 million market cap altcoins, seeing potentially 5, 10, 20x gains. And that is what I'm going to be focusing on, to be honest with you, in the next few weeks or so, because I do think that we are going to be seeing a little, mini altcoin explosion. So that is it for me, guys. Be safe out there. Obviously, if you are new to trading, then you can trade on paper accounts and things like that. And also, if you like making money in crypto, you like daily videos about cryptocurrency, which I know I can hear right now. Where have you been in the past 2 weeks? Well, a lot of people know I've been working on a lot of stuff around my house. It's been an absolute mess. There's been so many things going on in my life right now. However, now we have some free time again, and I'm happy to be spending that time with you guys. So thank you so much again for coming back to the channel. I do love you guys. I hope you've been doing well. I know you've been doing well. Bitcoin is up $17,000 since the low, and altcoins are booming. So thank you again, and make sure to watch these videos popping up right here, right now, if you haven't yet. Until next time, stay crypto, and of course, peace out.